Assalamu alaikum viewers. Welcome to Siasat English News. I am Eman Umar. Last week on 28th of August, the Praja Sangram Yatra of the Bharatiya Janata Party passed through the city, starting from Bhagya Lakshmi Temple at the Charminar. Given the fact that the COVID-19 pandemic is still not over, local anti-CAA and NRC activists have alleged hypocrisy on the police part, which denied them permissions to hold meetings at the same place before the pandemic. In late 2019, the Citizenship Amendment Act and National Registrar of Citizens sparked protests all over the nation, which continued till the national lockdown for COVID-19 was enforced. However, in Hyderabad, the police denied permission to almost every single protest up until the BJP rally. Local anti-CAA and NRC protesters questioned the discriminatory treatment meted out to them by the police, as most of the requests to organize protests were rejected. Hyderabad witnessed heavy rainfall on Thursday evening. The rains, which began at around 7 pm, lashed several localities in the city. Massive waterlogging and traffic jams were seen in parts of the city. The heavy rains prompted the Greater Hyderabad Municipal Corporation Enforcement Vigilance and Disaster Management Director to urge people to stay indoors. As of 9 pm, the Telangana State Development Planning Society weather stations had recorded 68.8 mm of rain in Balanagar, 66.8 mm in Jubilee Hills, and 64 mm in Yusufguda. There were reports of heavy downpours in LB Nagar and surrounding areas as well. The GHMC Commissioner directed the staff and officers working at the ground level to be alert. The India Meteorological Department on Thursday issued a 3-day rainfall warning for Telangana from 3rd of September to 5th of September. Light to moderate rains or thunder showers are expected at a few places for the next 2 days. Questioning the double standards adopted by the Center on Taliban, All India Majlis-e-Ittehad al-Muslimin chief Asaduddin Owaisi on Thursday asked the BJP-led central government to either delist the terrorists of the Taliban and the Haqqani network from the UN-sanctioned committee or declare them terrorist organizations under the Unlawful Activities and Prevention Act in the country. He further stated that if the BJP-led central government is unwilling to do so, then the BJP should stop calling poor Muslims as Talibani. The All India Majlis-e-Ittehad al-Muslimin chief's remarks came days after India and the Taliban on Tuesday held discussions on the safety of Indians in Afghanistan, especially the minorities. Indian envoy Mittal also urged the Taliban that Afghan soil should not be used for terror acts against India. Exporters from Telangana on Thursday sought a dedicated international courier cargo clearance facility at the Hyderabad International Airport. The exporters also demanded notifying a town for export excellence, setting up of another inland container depot, and a mega industrial park of world-class standards to boost exports from the state. They made the demands during a roundtable discussion on understanding the challenges of exporters and the way forward. Chief Secretary Somesh Kumar asked the exporters to come out with suggestions to boost exports in the state. He stated that the government would take up all the issues raised by the exporters with the officials concerned and try to resolve them. He said that the state under the leadership of Chief Minister K. Chandrasekhar Rao has achieved rapid progress in the last 7 years since its formation. Amidst India's concern that Afghanistan territory might be used for anti-India activity under the Taliban regime, the terror group has said that it has the right to raise its voice for Muslims anywhere, including in Kashmir. However, it added that the group does not have the policy to raise arms against any country. In an interview with the BBC Urdu, Taliban spokesperson Suhail Shaheen had said, in quote, "We have this right, being Muslims, to raise our voices for Muslims in Kashmir, India and any other country." Shaheen's remarks are in contrast with the group's earlier statement on Kashmir. Days after taking control of Kabul, the Taliban had said Kashmir is a bilateral and an internal matter. Meanwhile, the Ministry of External Affairs spokesperson Arindam Bagchi on Thursday said India's aim is to ensure Afghanistan's land is not used for terror activity of any kind. The police officials in Mathura have said that a private tutor residing in a village here on Thursday was booked for murder after a 12-year-old boy he had beaten up had died in a hospital. The incident was reported from Radoi village under the Baldeo police station limits. The tutor, Keshav Gautam, had beaten Sivam up with a cane over absence from his tuition classes, the officer had said, adding that the child had skipped classes as he was unwell. The injured child was first admitted to a private hospital after the assault and from there referred to the district hospital. An FIR was not lodged immediately after the incident as the village head had given assurances to compensate the medical expenses. A Palestinian young man was killed by Israeli soldiers on Thursday during clashes near the border area between eastern Gaza Strip and Israel. The Palestinian Health Ministry, run by the Islamic Resistance Movement Hamas, said in a statement that Ahmad Saleh was shot dead by Israeli soldiers in eastern Gaza Strip near the border with Israel. The statement said that 15 Palestinians, including 5 children, were injured by Israeli soldiers, adding that 5 of them were shot by live ammunition and 10 others suffered suffocation after inhaling the tear gas. On Thursday night, eyewitnesses said that dozens of protesters, members of the Night Disturbance Unit, gathered along the border area between eastern Gaza Strip and Israel for the 6th consecutive day. Superstar Shah Rukh Khan has joined hands with the multi-award winning Arun Kumar, who is better known professionally as Atli, for the Tamil director's next as yet unnamed film. The news has been doing the rounds for quite some time, but now it is being reported that Shah Rukh Khan, who was in Spain shooting for Siddharth Anand's Pathan, has started work on the film in Pune. SRK is said to be playing a double role, that of a father and a son. This incidentally won't be Atli's first film featuring Bollywood stars. His 2019 Tamil sports action film, Bijil, a Vijay Nayantara starrer vehicle, had Jackie Shroff as one of the principal actors. The film cast also includes Nayantara, popularly known as a lady superstar of South Indian cinema, and Sania Malhotra, who played Babita Kumari in Dangal. A long-awaited King Salman Mosque, the largest mosque in the Maldives, is set to open soon. The mosque was funded by the custodian of the two holy mosques, King Salman bin Abdulaziz Al Saud, who has donated an approximately $25 million. The mosque consists of 6 floors and can accommodate more than 10,000 worshippers. It includes multi-purpose halls, an international library, a center for teaching the Holy Quran, classrooms, and a conference hall. As per the media reports, it consists of 5 minarets representing the 5 pillars of Islam. The mosque also contains a parking area of 44,100 square feet. It was announced in 2016 and the construction began in early 2018. The government had previously planned to open the mosque in early 2020 and later scheduled to open in the month of Ramadan this year, but it was postponed due to the emerging COVID-19 pandemic. That's it for today. Thank you, viewers.